I tried to lift them up, guys, so that you could get a better view of them. And some of the cards just like to move around. Future. Ooh. Okay. All right, Leo. All right. Me just kind of take all of this in. I am generalizing after all, although I've got some very specific things kind of hitting me over the head, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. But I do see that for some Leo, there has been a conflict in your life, maybe in your workplace, where some choices had been made, things had been decided. I think around an interpersonal relationship for some of you. But Leo, someone had walked away. Someone had walked away. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. I almost feel that in the past you had a struggle in a relationship where even if it was just a family member, it was an intimate family member, a parent, a brother, a sister, someone very close to you, had evaluated a situation, maybe a living situation. And the evaluation of that situation was that it was not going to be a successful living situation. I almost hear that maybe family member or something needed a place to live. The situation didn't work out, and someone walked away from the situation before it really got bad. And so for you in the past, I feel very much that there have been endings around a situation. Again, it can be a relationship, but it can also talk about a very close family member where the evaluation of the situation really was not a good one. There were problems in the living relationship almost from the start. There were issues with it. But I almost feel like either you or the other party from the past are starting to look at the situation in a different way. I feel that there's been an element of sacrifice around that parting of the ways. I want to say a parting of the ways because we do have the conflict with the lovers here. So if this is a love situation, someone has walked away from it. If this is a family situation, again, there were choices made in the situation by people very much in the mix, in the soup, if you will. And there were conflicts there. And it was a necessary move for someone to move away from a situation that was really never going to work to begin with. And so someone made an ultimate sacrifice. And I almost feel that it's the person who walked away from it. That the person who walked into a situation knew immediately that it was not going to work and decided to leave almost within the same frame of thought. It was as if they accepted an offer to stay with somebody and walked in the door and went, "Oh my God, who does your house cleaning? A hurricane?" And walked away. So there was an upset there, a situation where it was clouded to begin with, and one person necessarily needing to step away, make a sacrifice. Maybe they had help along the way, and so they were saved. They were saved along the way. It was not as if someone was left homeless or hopeless. We don't really have that here. We just have that a situation in the living arrangement did not work. That was the past. A sip of tea, please. 1 second. Okay. Now, in the present, We've got the King of Pentacles. Now that can represent an earth sign. It can also talk about your finances, your growth, your home environment. Now, we're moving up into the present day where I see King of Pentacles. This can talk about your work situation. You can talk about your home life. Again, I think you are in the process of making a decision with a partner, maybe about moving away, maybe changing homes. Maybe you feel you have to depart the situation you're in right now to move forward. I almost feel like you're in an explosive kind of situation right now, moving into the present from one situation that just didn't work out to another situation where you're dealing with a different kind of personality. This is someone who has a lot more say-so, a lot more control over the money, over the finances, over the security. But there's a choice being made around this situation, whether it's work, whether it's home, whether it's your career. You're dealing with a very strong, earthly kind of energy with the King of Pentacles. And so it may be the connection to your home. It can be having to leave a home where you had put a lot of your own energy into it, and now you're being told maybe you have to leave. But there is a choice between these two people on where they need to go. And with the Six of Swords, you're making a choice. You're deciding on a direction. Do we stay here? Do we leave? What kind of a situation are we in? You're being asked, really, what kind of a situation is your money in? What kind of a situation is your home life? Because it feels very much an explosive energy with the Tower here. It talks about a very strong, eruptive kind of personality. Maybe that's connected to this earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. But it can talk about a very strong-willed personality and kind of an explosive situation where currently we've got someone ending, finalizing even an outcome. Because we know with the Tower, it's an ending. It can be something that happens quickly. It doesn't have to be tragic. It doesn't have to be explosive. It can be something that just hits right out of the blue. Like your landlord decides to sell your house. And he's a real jerk. And he waits till the last minute before you have to sign your lease to tell you, hey, the building's for sale. You got 2 days to get out. It's that kind of an energy that you're being hit with at this time. Just know that there's also a new beginning here. There's this real clarity, a strength, a feeling positive about something you want to do, something maybe new coming through, maybe a new opportunity. Maybe you find out that this opportunity to move is actually a positive move forward. Maybe you get to change your job. Maybe you're offered a job and someone offers you a place to live. It's a very positive, helpful kind of energy coming through with this. Someone is there to lend you a hand and to show you a better way, to show you the best way to move forward with the least amount of damage being done. A lot of this is mental energy too. It's clarity in thinking and in direction. Now, let's talk about the future. With the future. So what we've got here is a situation where there had been disappointment. And I think this is talking about the past, where a situation didn't work out. I think for some of you, your heart was in that situation. And it kind of It kind of hurt your feelings when things did not work out for the better. This talks about, though, a better place, a happier home, more fulfillment, more pride. It feels very much the energy that no matter where you hang your hat is home. It's happiness. If you have 5 kids and you're living in a 2-bedroom house, that still says that this place that we have around us right now is where happiness is at. It's where generosity is at. It's the place where there's an equal amount of give and take. Now, this is a little bit messy here. The 3 of Swords. This is coming up in the future. It's almost as if you're being faced with the same situation over again. It's as if you're trying to reach out to someone who hurt you in the past and maybe not really seeing immediate results with that reconnection. Now, it doesn't mean that the reconnection isn't going to happen. It just says to me that maybe there's a delay in progressing forward. Maybe you still need to find a better job before you can reconnect with someone. Or maybe you're needing to relocate somewhere new in order to make a reconnect. I think this is really very much a family situation where there was broken communication and somebody walked away. Somebody was left hurt. But we've also got the possibility of these people coming together again in a very structured, kind of generous, happy family situation. But I just see that there's a delay, and some of that disappointment is going to remain for someone. So, we've got some delays on some movement coming forward. We've got, there's 3 cups here that have been spoiled. We've got 3 swords here and 3 pentacles here. This is talking about delays coming from that place where you've already had disappointment. So, delays. This is March going into April. Now I'm going to go take a look at your love life. If this was in any way reference to your love life, I'll let you know when we get there. This is more about a disappointment. Like, I think, seriously, what I'm thinking is that this may have been more connected to a business disappointment, or even closer, I think, a family disappointment. A disagreement between a father and a son, or a mother and a daughter, but a family connection that may have been broken apart, and one person stepped back to gain perspective and to give the other person some space. And that is the direct message for someone. Michael had to throw in his 2 cents at the very end, but I think it's a very important message coming through from him directly for someone. It was that separation for whoever this is about, the mother, son, the father, daughter, brother, sister, cousins, whatever that family connection that was once so close, that was actually put in risk by someone's actions. There is a possibility to bring that back. I'm going to take a closer look at, if it's love, it'll show up. But honestly, delay. You can expect a delay of any kind of fulfillment. This card tells me it was very much a situation in the family. And I think that's about all I've got for you right now.